This is running warm-up number 3. Same thing, 20 yards, 15 to 20 yards. We want to make sure we stay in there. First thing, we just start as the all other ones, jog it down, jog it back. Again, nice gradual progressive warm-up. Make sure they're getting all the way to the cone. One more time, jog it down, jog it back. If they miss the line, miss the cone, we do it again. All right, next one then. Jog it down on the way back. He's going to give you a reverse skip. Just a nice, easy reverse skip. Nothing fancy. Jog it down, reverse skip, coming back. And one more time. Jog it down, reverse skip, coming back. Next one then is a reverse skip with a twist. All right, so they're going to get that knee up and out. It's the same pattern. All right, same kind of movement pattern. Nothing changes. But the knees are coming up. Knee up, toe up, just like we run. Big rotation. No hurry. All right, jog it down. Reverse skip with a twist. Coming down. Knee up and out. Really open up. Good. Knee high, slow it down a little bit. There you go. Big. There you go. No hurry. Bouncing on the ball of my foot. Knee up and out. Good. And so what we don't want to see is the knees coming down like this here. Up and out. Open them up. One more time. Jog it down. Reverse skip. With a twist. Big, big, big. No hurry. Big. And then we'll get into our dynamic flexibility. So we're going to start with our Groucho. On your heel toe up, every step's a rep. Hold it about 2 seconds, bring it out towards me. Good. We'll pretend like you went the whole 10 yards. Next one then is quadricep stretch, toe touch. So I combine these two of them. Quadricep stretch and a toe touch. Quadricep stretch and a toe touch. A lot of balance, a lot of stability, a lot of control. Good. Ideally, right, that back knee points straight back behind you. This is a challenging one. Initially, the student athletes might not be ready for this one. They just might not have the balance and control. Good enough. Pretend you went 10 yards on that one. Coming back towards me, Zach, we're just going to go knee tuck. Tuck that knee again. Flex the toe to the ceiling. Flex the toe to the ceiling. Don't let the foot just dangle there. You want to be active out of that lower leg. And then we'll finish. Again, last 10 yards would be figure 4. Across the ankle over my knee. Little squat down. Good balance, good stability, good control. Nice job. Then we're back to our movement patterns. We're going to jog it down. On the way back, we're going to get a single leg hop. Want you to stand on the ball of your foot, and it's just a hop. It's not a jump. All right, we're not ready to do the single leg jump yet. Jog it down. Give me a nice, easy single leg hop back on the right leg. Good, easy, easy. There you go. It's just a hop. Nothing fancy, but we're staying on the ball of my foot. And you'll have plenty of athletes that will not be able to do a single leg hop all the way back. They just don't have the strength. Jog it down, single leg hop back on the left. Small little hops. All right, then we're going single leg hop on my right, but backwards. So when I do the single leg hop backwards, shoulders are leaning forward, that other leg's back behind me, it's counterbalance. All right, I'm still staying on the ball of my foot. Nice, easy hop. Jog it down, single leg hop backwards on my right. a challenging one. A lot of times the student athletes, they're going to want to be here and they're going to fall out of it. They got to stay leaning forward. It's really going to load up that posterior chain and get that thing working. We could see the calf, again, stronger, stiffer I can make that calf complex, the more force I'm going to be able to apply and get out. Jog it down, single leg hop back on my left. Now the next one is a lateral hop. So they're going to jog it out. 20 yards with the lateral hop is probably a touch long. I usually go 10. 15's okay, but you're starting to push it. But he'll jog it out 10. On the way back, I'll start left looking at the camera. So we're going to be on our left leg. We're on our outside leg. And I'm doing a single leg hop coming back. Toe, knee, hip, shoulder, head, everything stays facing sideways. All right, we don't want it here. This has to stay facing sideways. Again, it's a nice, easy hop. They need to be under control. Don't let them get out of control and be too big or too fast. Just nice, easy hop. Zach, jog it down 10, single leg hop back, lateral on my left. Good. Stay sideways. Stay sideways. It's not a forward hop, just looking to the side. Everything's facing sideways. Jog it down, single leg hop back. Get into our squats and lunges. We're going to show you a little bit different one, but you're more than welcome to do 10 bodyweight squats and then our 10 yards of forward lunge. But just to show you something new, we're going to go sumo drop step. So sumo drop step, he's going to turn around back behind him. Pick his knee up high, swing it around. Sit down low, knee up high, swing it around. Sit down low, and he's going to do that for 10 yards, sumo drop step. Good. And he may need to readjust his feet to get a squat as low as he wants it to. But again, hip flexor, knee up, toe up, and of course we want good depth. Again, this could be any of the squats and lunges. Could just be bodyweight squat, forward and reverse lunge. We'll show you a few different things though today. We'll do one more. We'll pretend that's 10 yards. Again, I go to my lunge now. Could be forward, could be a reverse lunge. Zach's going to show us a lateral lunge. So face the camera. Let's just go 5 lateral lunge down, 5 lateral lunge back. Trail leg stays locked, both feet flat on the ground, bring your feet back together. There you go. Keep your weight out here, bring your leg to it. There you go, good. We don't want to get them to where they get that ladder and then they just go right back and bring it together. Keep the weight out so that leg has to support it. And so pretend that was 5, now we go do 5 going back. You could do 5 or 6 or 10 yards one way, 10 yards the other way, kind of up to you. But we want to see the great lateral lunge. If they do not, if it's a really beginner group and they don't have the lateral lunge, just stay on your forward and reverse lunge. We get then always after the squats and the lunges, we do our 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up, 10 repetitions. Let them catch their breath. Legs should be tired after all that stuff. Let them catch their breath. 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up. 10 repetitions. So he did his 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up, 10 repetitions. Zach, come on back here. We get him started back at the beginning. So we're going to jog it down. On the way back is our skip for distance. Skip for distance. Zach, jog it down easy, skip for distance, coming back. 20 yards, they should be able to accomplish that. 5 or 6 skips. Less than that, it's going to be about 4 or 5. Good. Now, when we do that skip, let that other leg be out in front of you as opposed to behind you. Jog it down, skip for distance, coming back. Again, if we can emphasize that, we're going to do it. There you go. There it is. Good. Okay. Make sure that we don't want them kicking. All right, we don't kick when we run. Zach, jog it down easy, 75% coming back. If you're in a short space, I might say, hey, 75% coming back, but when you get to me, start slowing down. Is that 75%? When you get to me, start slowing down. Good. Jog it down easy, 75% coming back. When you get to me, start And just like all the other ones, we finish. Jog it down easy, sprint it back hard. Jog it easy, catch your breath on the jog. When you get to the knee, you start pulling up. Which is going to turn and burn, attack, continue. Good. Right, jog easy. Sprint it up. Alright, then we're in our last chunk of dynamic flexibility. So you can certainly do soldier forward, soldier backwards, no worries. Zach is going to face the camera and show us hip swings. 10-inch leg front to back, 10-inch leg side to side. Good balance, pick up high. Make sure they're not on the wall. Alright, he's got to work his own balance. He'll get 10-inch leg front to back, and then 10-inch leg side to side. Again, you certainly could put your soldier 10 yards forward, 10 yards backwards in here. There you go. Good, pretend that's 10. I'll show it side to side. And they'll be hopping around just like you did until they get that balance. But we want one strong pillar of strength and stability. Until they have that, though, it's gonna look like this. Perfect. And then we'll finish with a crawl. We always finish with our crawl. Running one, it was bear crawl. You can always do bear crawl, but Zach's going to show us crab walk. So Zach, sit on your butt facing me. Hips are up in the air, and he's going to walk it forward to me. 10 yards. 10 yards are our distance on our crawls. Pretend I'm 10 yards. Keep his head facing me, and then go 10 yards backwards back. Good, right, that's good. Hips up high. You don't want their hips dragging on the ground. And again, this is tough for a lot of athletes. Stand it up. Finish with our upper body stretch. We can do 10 shoulder circles forward, 10 shoulder circles back, but we're going to do raises and flings. 10 arm raises each arm, and then 10 flings. Good. Fair enough. All right. That's running warm-up number 3.